Hello, everyone. Welcome to the pod. My name is Steve.
And I am Jack. How's it going, Steve?
It's good, man. Spent my first week here in Montreal, and I love it. I think it might be the most underrated city in the world. I've just been having a great time here. Great mix of Euro and North American vibes. It's a lot of fun.
Wow, that's something to say. So you think it's why is it so underrated? Or do you want to talk about it? Or are we saving this for the Montreal pod? Or
We
like, you
can
want to give
we
us
can
a
do a
sneak
Montreal
preview?
pod at some point, but yeah, we'll give a sneak preview. I just feel like no one ever talks about this city. No one ever comes here. I know it's more of a thing if you're from like the Northeast, like Boston, New York. I feel like they'll come
They
up
come
here for
here?
like yeah, they'll come here for like bachelor parties and things like that, but I don't know. I've never heard of anyone in Denver or like other places we've lived going to Montreal, and I just feel like it's an awesome way to get like European culture without going all the way to Europe. Like you can see the architecture, you can hear some French being spoken, and it's right in our backyard.
Wow, that's cool. So what part of town are you in? Is there like a cool name for it?
I'm right downtown, so I think it's just called downtown. But
Okay.
we did check out the Latin Quarter. There's some quarters here, Jack. All
Oh,
right, I love a good quarter. If it's a Jewish quarter or whatever it might be,
French.
there's yeah, French Quarter. Yeah, there's some good stuff like that around. So yeah, I'm loving it. We just went to a big music festival over the weekend. We saw John Summit, some other big name, Cascade. It was lit, dude.
That's
So,
awesome, dude. I love John Summit and Cascade. John Summit's kind of a Miami staple, He's just like
oh,
Miami's guy. Like,
that's right. I remember we were watching a video of him at Space at one point.
yeah, he
Last time
plays
we
there
were
like
there.
every day.
Yeah.
Like, other than the day he played for you, like he went right back to space after that.
So, did you just go to Denver again this weekend, dude?
Yeah, man, I did. I had to do a fantasy football draft.
Oh,
Yeah,
classic.
destination draft. Yeah, it was in Frisco. We did a bike ride around the lake, and it was great. Honestly, it was my first time using an e-bike, and I loved it. And it was really necessary too, because it was a really long bike ride and extremely hilly.
Dude, I love e-bikes. I always say it just like eliminates all the shitty things about biking and just
Yeah,
you keep like the fun part, but like it's without all the hard work. Cause sometimes I'm
yeah.
biking and I'm like, this sucks. But e-bikes just take that away.
Yeah, it's cool. I thought it was gonna feel more like a scooter where you have to sort of like rev it, but it's just more of like an invisible hand pushing you along.
Yes. Yeah, it is. Like a really strong, like giant man is just behind you the whole time, like pushing you. It's awesome.
Yeah, yeah, it's awesome, but it doesn't feel like a motorcycle.
No, that's why
You're
it still
still
feels
riding
like
a
you're
bike.
biking. It's just easier.
Yeah, so I love that. Now that was the first time I was on an e-bike, so super happy with that experience.
Good for you, man. Well, should we get into some of our Nomad news we have for today?
Oh yeah, let's see. I want to hear about the security. I want to see what's going on.
Let's do it, dude. So I thought this would tie in nicely with the sweaty shoe bomber that we talked about a few weeks ago. His feet were so sweaty he couldn't light his bomb in his shoe.
Right?
And so I feel like this could be where this stems from in one way or another. I don't really know, but basically, I saw this article that if you're going through TSA in the US, something that can cause the security alarms to go off, it might cause you to get an extra screening, is sweat. Now, not in the normal, maybe underarms or even the feet. They don't even talk about that. They're talking about in your crotchal region. Okay, so it could set off a false alarm
Wow.
on the body scanners. This is the tweet from TSA right here. It says we've had a
Okay.
couple questions. We've had a couple questions about swamp crotch, and while that's probably not the term we would have chosen, we can confirm that sweat can cause alarms on the body scanners.
Man, so what do they do? Does that mean you kind of get the wand if you're too sweaty?
Yeah, I think you get the wand. They're like, what are you hiding in your crotch, bro?
So if they kind of get the wand kind of up there, like do you think that like triggers it again, or it's just a little more like direct, like they kind of got better signal from being right there?
I wonder if they have to insert the wand. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah, maybe.
Yeah.
Rectal wands?
Yeah, rectal wand. It's a suppository, kind of like the doctor. Sometimes he has to put his finger up there. Very violating.
Yeah, we were talking about being on the fantasy destination draft. One of my friends had to get a colonoscopy. He was telling me about it, and now I feel like super old.
Damn. Yeah, we're way too young for that. That's like you're not supposed to do that till you're 50 or something.
Yeah, I thought so too, but I mean, it's going down already. So, but anyway, yeah, I'm not trying to get a colonoscopy at the airport.
No, but yeah, I think they're saying like once you might be subject to additional screening, but they'll figure it out pretty quickly. But if you're running to your gate, you're late for a flight, you're running around and you're getting all sweaty down there, just know that that's something that could set it off. So keep that in mind. Stay cool out there, guys.
Wow, I wonder if during Home Alone, when they were running through the airport, if that would have triggered it, and like maybe they kind of smoothed that over in the movie. You're like, all right, we're not triggering the swamp crotch alarm for the Home Alone kids, because I mean they're hauling, they're barely making it to the gate. So how do you not develop a
They
sweat after that?
they are hauling in that movie. That's very true. And then they still end up fucking up. Kevin always gets left behind.
Yeah, but good thing you did in the first one.
Yeah, I think good things came from the first one and the second one. No one cares about the third one or any after that, but yeah, I
Was there
think
a
I think
third
they
one? I didn't even
yeah, but
know
it
that.
was like a different actor. It wasn't Macaulay Culkin, so like who cares?
Oh, okay, yeah, just no star power. Okay.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, that sucks. All right. Well, yeah, Macaulay did a great job. But when did the second one come out? Was it right after the first one, or
Home Alone 1 came out in November 16th, 1990, and
and this
then
one came out in
2
'92?
yeah, so nice little 2-year gap.
Yeah, that's hilarious. Honestly, what a great series.
Jack, do you ever sweat down there?
Yeah, all the time, man.
You
Yeah.
do. You get swamp crotch, swamp ass.
Yeah, especially down in Florida, I mean, you gotta get yourself to the airport.
I mean, they do have literal swamps down there. That's probably the swamp crotch capital of the world, I'd say, or the
I
country
mean,
at
there's
least.
probably someone who's had a gator in their swamp crotch.
Imagine smuggling a gator onto a plane. Oh, it's funny. We were just hanging out with someone this weekend who said he got stopped. He had already gone through security at the airport. Okay, this was in Vancouver, Canada, and he's flying back to the US, back to Denver, actually. And this dude had already been through customs, already been through security, gets all the way through. He did have some long hair at the time, and he said he had his hood up. But other than that, he looks like a pretty normal guy. He's got like blonde hair. I don't know, but maybe he looked sketchy in the moment. And some guy taps him and was like, "Hey, where are you going? I need to go through your luggage." And this dude apparently like just goes through every single item in his bag, just like yard sailing, throwing everything, checking like every nook and cranny, everything individually, like just going crazy. Like I could not believe this. It freaked me out, to be honest. And he did have a bag of pills, but it was mostly like vitamins and like he could explain like what each one of them was, prescription vitamin, but he did have like 3 capsules that were full of hash oil. It was like a
Oh,
CBD THC combo.
oh,
And he's flying to and from places where this shit is legal, by the way. It's fully legal in the whole country of Canada. And then obviously Denver. We all know it's legal there.
all right. Shout out to him.
Um, but you're not allowed to fly with it. And yeah, this dude went through everything. And he's like, "Tell me what each one of these pills are." And he's like, "Oh, I'm sorry, to be honest, I forgot I had these THC capsules." And the guy's like, "Okay, well, I'm going to test everything. I'm going to test all these pills." And he does. And he comes back and he's like, "Normally this is a $5,000 fine, but I honestly believe that this was a mistake. So we're just going to give you a $500 fine today." So that's another thing to be careful of. Don't look sketchy, first of all, when you're in the airport. Don't wear a hood. Don't have long hair, and you should be okay.
I mean, one of the scariest things in the airport is like, when you already put your bag through the machine and it's like come out the other side and it's like
Yeah.
paused right before it goes in either the
Yeah.
manual check or you get your bag
Yeah.
back. Like that moment.
Dude, so much anticipation, anxiety in that moment. I'm like, "Oh God, which way is it going to go?" And
Yeah.
then, yeah. Yeah.
And most of the times you're good, but you got to pay your dues every once in a while. I guess I've never had that sweaty of a crotch, but I would love to get a testimonial. Like I would love someone to know who has triggered this before.
Yeah, if you've ever set off the security alarms with a sweaty crotch, please DM us. We'd love to We'd love to hear from you, maybe have you on for an interview.
What we really need to do is we need to interview some TSA people.
Yeah, I don't
You
know
know what
how
I'm
much they're
saying?
like allowed. Are they allowed to talk about stuff or is that like government like secrets shit? I don't even
I
know,
don't.
but
I
we
feel like
should.
ex TSA. I don't know, like
Oh, good idea. All right, we'll put
anecdotal
out a
stories.
yeah, we'll put out like a want ad on the internet, see if we get any
Yeah,
bites.
yeah,
Yeah.
that sounds good.
All
Yeah.
right. Well, let's talk about our second Nomad News article. All right.
All right.
So this one came from Vogue Business, and they're saying personalized travel recommendations are the new status symbol. Okay. So there's a new wave of member only travel apps that are being used pretty heavily right now by millennials and Gen Z. It sounds like it's tailored toward luxury travel. But basically, this tech is making personalized human curated travel recommendations.
Okay.
So there's apps, there's one called Places, and you pay a fee for these. So Places has an annual membership fee of $40 a year. And then there's AmiGo, which is $129 per year. So they'll give you suggestions for restaurants, activities, hidden gems, kind of based on real users. So they get recommendations from influencers, celebrities, or like well-traveled tastemakers on these apps. So rather than just getting like an algorithm driven list, from ChatGPT or something, like these are coming from real people. So you can find out where the cool locals go rather than just booking the most expensive hotel. So
Mm. That's cool. I get that. Try to get like, oh, so you're kind of almost paying to know what the locals know.
exactly. Yeah. And it sounds like it's kind of they're trying to make it cool. Like if you have this app, like you're a cool person, just make it sound like it's a status symbol. Like if you have this, like you know where to go. Like if not, then you're just a stupid tourist, as we've also talked about before.
Wow. Okay, that's interesting. I get a lot of messages about these personalized travel apps too sometimes. There's like one private jet app and stuff. It seems like everyone's tapping in. Everyone wants to travel.
Yeah, it kind of, speaking of callbacks, it kind of reminded me of when we interviewed Jordy from Satlantis. Like, I feel
Mm,
like this is sort of what they're trying to do, like very similar. He's gearing it more towards digital nomads. I don't know how much these are really geared toward nomads, maybe just like wealthy young people who want to travel.
okay.
But yeah, they're trying to shift from like algorithm to human touch, right? Like we can get anything from an algorithm or whatever, Instagram these days, but younger travelers, they want to ditch TripAdvisor. We know that because we know TripAdvisor sucks, and get away from like AI generated like top 10 articles and get advice from trusted humans. So I respect that.
That's cool. Okay, and so they also got status through knowledge, not price. So how to know about a secret speakeasy, okay, or like ramen shop, because that's kind of like the real, authentic experience. People don't want the white glove treatment, right?
Yeah, because anyone can find like a 5-star chain or something like that, but you may not know about the secret spots. And then, yeah, the subscription model. So I don't know. Are people really willing to pay $40 to $130 a year for recommendations? Like, is this just Netflix for trip planning? I mean, what do you think, Jack? Would you pay that?
I could pay like, okay, what if they went one step further and just booked everything like a concierge? Like then I could I could pay, right? But I feel like information is free. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
if you try hard enough, you can find information. Like you could, if you scour
Find
the
all this
internet long
stuff.
enough, you could find this stuff on your own. But I guess that takes time. It's kind of like how I don't know. I've said before, like a travel agent is like the craziest thing for me. Although they'll do the booking and stuff for you, which is nice. But I'm like, I know more. I have more travel experience than any travel agent that I'm gonna hire. So I'd rather do it myself
Yeah.
personally. But yeah, I get what you're saying. Going through the process of booking like that, if they could do that for you, that could make this more worth it. Yeah.
I think a lot of people also enjoy the part of being able to plan their own adventure,
Yeah,
like
that's
doing the
half the fun.
research. Yeah, so it's like, okay, well, if I just get some list someone gave me and apparently they're cool,
That's right. Yeah,
like,
that
do I
takes
get to
the
be
fun
cool
out
like
of it.
you? Is that what you're selling me?
Yeah, but I guess some people don't like planning things. Like I do, but some people don't like that aspect of it, which I
But if
get.
someone doesn't like planning, they must hate booking.
Yeah,
You know,
that's true.
okay, influencer. Okay, so this is what we're talking about. Influencers is modern travel agents, tastemakers. Yeah, okay, I see this. Yeah, I almost feel like there's already tastemakers at like a macro level. Oh, in the summer, everyone posts, videos of Mykonos, and then that just like gets in people's head, and they're like, all right, I need to go to Mykonos. You know what I mean?
Yes. And really, I mean, influencers are becoming a huge part of marketing and advertising these days. Like France passed a new law that influencers can no longer promote ultra fast fashion on like Instagram and TikTok. Oh wait, we talked about this, haven't we?
Right.
You were like,
Yeah.
well,
Yeah. Yeah.
shoot.
Yeah.
So they can't promote ultra fast fashion. But yeah, I feel like that just goes to show that influencers do have a lot of power these days, that people are making laws around them. So yeah, I guess that's what these apps are trying to do is take advantage and tap into that influencer market. So
Yeah, and the next one's kind of interesting too, like over curated. I almost think it's not really that, but it's like I feel like there's few places where there's over 10 things to do. I I feel like initially maybe that sounds harsh, but I guess what I mean from like is from like a traveler or like I'm trying to, see the things that, sort of define the area you're in. Like I feel like it's not like you're gonna be like, okay, there's 40 tacos places to choose from. I know the one that is gonna be crazy. You know what I mean? A lot of these, unless it's like New York or like some crazy metropolis, it feels like if you're in some tiny Mexican town, I mean, how many hidden spots are there? They might be hidden
right.
because they're just like not on Google Maps. Like I don't know.
Right. No, that's yeah, I think that's the potential issue here. You know, if a ton of people have this app and it's driving them all to the same place in a little Mexican town, then suddenly it's not a hidden spot anymore. It's kind of makes it less special. So it's like by the time it's on this app, it's like it's already too late. Like I'd almost rather find it before this app does or the people on this app do.
Yeah, and it's almost just like more rewarding. It's like, oh well, you could just like go to the town and just like try all the places or like figure out what you like.
Yeah, see for yourself, you know?
Yeah.
And I just don't know if I trust the influencers and celebrities. Like, I don't know if we have the same taste. I don't think Adele is going to the same taco joints as I am, but who knows?
Yeah, I think she's British too, so she probably doesn't even like spicy food. I mean, just kind of
Yeah,
not to, it's okay if she
yeah.
doesn't, but yeah,
No, you're totally right. I don't want to go to like the best potato restaurant in
yeah.
Mexico that she
Yeah, like
recommends.
I don't want to eat like black pudding for breakfast with Adele. I mean,
Yeah,
to be honest, I would if she was there, but I'm not gonna
yeah.
go to where she ate it without her being there.
Yes, I'm with you. So for nomads, this could be helpful. Like, could this make finding new favorites easier in every city? Or would it kill the joy of discovery like we're talking about? I feel like part of being a nomad is doing it yourself and making those discoveries. I don't know. For me, I feel like this isn't a super digital nomad friendly type of app.
Yeah, I mean, maybe there's a niche. I don't know.
And it does seem like there's a lot of luxury stuff on here. Like a lot of the content is about, if a celebrity went there, it's probably like a luxury type spot. I feel like nomads go after a lot of cheap spots a lot of the time, ways to save money. So yeah, I don't know if it would be the best fit for digital nomads. I don't know. What do you
And
what do you think?
also, it's like I feel like TripAdvisor probably started out as like, "Yo, we're showing you the coolest spots."
Yeah,
Like that's probably how they started.
true. Yeah, and then it just got overblown and went way
Yeah.
downhill.
So it's like this is essentially TripAdvisor, but it's not free. And they're just saying, no, you know what? Our shit's gonna just be cooler.
Dude, that's so true. And I get it. I want an alternative from TripAdvisor as well. I'm sure as hell not going to use TripAdvisor, but I don't know if I'm ready to pay for this. Like we said, there's the internet is a big place. There's a lot of resources out there if you just take a little bit of time to find it.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So
What are your final thoughts on this whole thing, Jack? These apps?
I'll probably keep doing my thing, but I hope that they help someone or inspire someone to go somewhere.
Yeah, that's a good way to look at it. If you need to get over the hump, we've talked about there's a lot of blockers for people when it comes to travel. And if this helps someone get out there and do something, then you know what? That's cool. And
Yeah.
it's being used by millennials and Gen Z. So maybe this could be the new Gen Z thing and help them out. I feel like those guys are playing too many video games and shit anyway, so maybe this will help them see the world.
Disconnect.
Yeah, yeah. All right. That's it. Those were our 2 Nomad news updates. Quick episode today. You got anything else for the people, Jack? What else? Anything?
No, I mean, if you want to use this service, get out there and use it. Like if don't let me bring you down.
Yeah, and if they want to sponsor us, then we'll definitely promote them and tell
That's
people to
right.
use it. But
We will.
yeah. Other than that, we'll just promote ourselves. Keep listening, guys. Give us a 5-star review. Tell your friends. Follow us on social media at Nomads No Worries Podcast. That's all we got. Have a great day. Have a great week.
Take a weird trip.